obviously were for a different size screen, but this is a 3-foot tall, 8-foot wide screen. For a 3-foot tall image, a 16 by 10 aspect ratio, you're going to get a width of 4 feet 10 inches. That being said, since it's 8 feet, you get 4 feet 10 inches plus 4 feet 10 inches, the overlap is going to be what? 10 inches, right? Because 4... Does everyone get that? Okay. So your overlap is 10 inches. The overall screen size, again, is 8 feet. And the actual screen size of one area being 4 feet 10 inches is 58 inches. You take the percentage of what 10 inches is of that. So you take 10 divided by 58, you get 17%. That's your overlap percentage. So after you physically align these, the first things that you need to do you go to the extended menu. That's where we do all of our edge blending. And we'll go to the multi-projection. Edge blending, you would turn it on. We have it on in this instance already. And here's where Mike was mentioning. You tell it, you're going to blend the left edge, you're going to blend the right edge. So because I'm the right-hand side, I will be blending my left edge. If we turn it on, and then here's that blend range number. It's defaulted at 480, which is actually 25% of 1920 by 1200. Okay, so we did that calculation. Does anyone know what 10 divided by 58 is? About 17%, right? So then you take 17% times the horizontal resolution, or 1920, and that gets you 331. So you would initially make that adjustment here and change it down to 331. Okay. And then you'll see that there's a selection called Guide Display. You're going to turn that on. What that does is it provides a guide for what 331 pixels is going to be like. And so you can align the projectors even closer. So escape out of here. Can anyone see this? It's hard to see it unless you're up close. Yeah. There are these lines, right? So then you take your lens shift. Come back. You pull up your lens shift, and then you try to get those lines
Keep going. To the right. There you go. There you go.
But didn't you want to move the other one more halfway and that one more halfway rather than the one seem like this?
Well, that's actually in our point correction, which is the next step.
Well, based on your calculations, why are you overshooting the screen?
Sorry?
It's 8 foot wide, right?
Yeah.
How come you're overshooting the screen on the right?
I'm overshooting the screen because... That's a really good question, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
Does he move here?
You did your pixel count on it. You kept saying 10-foot wide screen is an 8-foot wide screen, right?
Did I keep saying 10 feet?
Yeah.
That would work then, wouldn't it? If it was a 10-foot screen. So let's go back and change that to 480. And that should probably
Because it was 331 up to 332. But they said that you could get 3 foot wide, so it's about 480.
Hey, wouldn't you know it that way? Okay, so thank you. Who said that to me? Was that you back there? I owe you a prize. Thank you. It was my bad. So now the guidelines match up, right? We're back at 480 pixels. Okay, so now we've got the guidelines correctly matched up. And this is where that point correction comes into play. So we're going to go back to that edge blending menu. And we recommend that you put it on a source that's just going to give you a blue raster. Because when you come and see what this point correction looks like, it's much easier. That is located under our settings menu, under geometric correction. So this is where you would either do horizontal vertical keystoning, quick corner, the arc correction, but down at the bottom is that point correction. The grid size is 9 by 9. You tell one that you're going to be a red grid, and then you distinguish the other one by being a green grid. Then you hit Start Adjustments, and if you all come look, you can see that even though we got it as close as possible, there's variations. You know, well, I'm talking maybe 2 or 3 pixels. At that point, this is where you kind of meet in the middle. So you come over to, let's say, this one up here. You hit the green, and you bring it down a couple pixels. You guys can't see it because you're not close. But if you were a little bit closer, you can see that you can make the lines superimpose perfectly on top of each other, right? So you're going to get 81 points of correction, or depending on your overlap, maybe 18, 27 points. That's going to really digitally align the two projectors so you can blend it, whether it's on the side, on the top, or even if you want to stack the two projectors. This is going to give you that proper alignment, because if anyone has ever stacked a projector, physically it's very different, right? Because you've got pixels and you've got angles. Now imagine doing it with a projector that has 1920 pixels by 1200. Literally impossible to do it physically. So we give you this digital correction. I'm not going to go through the whole thing because it's going to take about 10 minutes or so. But once that's done, and you exit out of the edge blending, and then anybody who wants to see this up close, we can redo this over and over again afterwards. But
We used to call this convergence. We had to do it on every projector.
right, remember those
You'd be
old
good at
3-gun
this.
CRT? It was called convergence, right. That's when you've got the projectors lined up physically, digitally, you've got the pixel count in there. That's when you go into the video card. the graphics processor. In our instance, we are using a Matrox card. And here you go into the edge overlap. You would hit modify. It brings up this pattern, and here it's going to ask you what is your horizontal overlap. And so that's where you would enter in that number you calculated with the pixel. And when you hit OK, you get the seams of the two projectors seamlessly together, right? And so edge blending is really that simple. More often than not, you got to get your hands on the machine, kind of work with it. But we're showing you that you can do it without any kind of special processing on the outside. So if you just have a video wall that you want to do 3 across, this is the great projector for you. You're going to save some cash, save your customers some money, maybe hit that budget spot where they couldn't do it before. And so we can do it horizontally, we can do it vertically. We're really unlimited. We can do a 10 by 10 matrix. You just have to edge blend all the different corners.
Same type of process.
You want to put that in, John? No, because it's not properly aligned.
Yeah, we'll go back and do that. So